Good evening, folks. So here we are again out in the darkness, and we're with Colonel EXP.
Hi folks.
And we've got Charlie the dog down there. You can see that fluorescent glint in the distance. That's Charlie. He's wearing his Dayglow dog coat today.
See him down there?
Yep, there he is. Yeah, good boy. Well, somebody might ask me, why are we out in the dark all the time? Well, the reason is simple, folks, is at the moment it's the only time we've got, well, I've got, to go outside and have a look around. I've been working quite hard recently and doing long hours, and it's just a bit of a easier going night to what we've had in the last few days. So I just thought, right, let's just go and have a look at it. But here we are again. So we're following up another recent memory. Now this is something that we filmed in the daylight about 4 years ago. Well, I filmed it anyway, and it's a bit of a mystery, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
What are we looking at, mate?
Well, it's known locally as the bus stop.
The bus stop, yes.
Yeah.
But it's anything but a bus stop, folks.
It's not
and
a bus stop, no.
the buses don't stop down here, do they?
No,
so,
no, not on a Wednesday.
but we think it's the remnants of some World War II defences.
Yeah.
And just over there, where all the lights are, that is RAF Portreath, folks. And if you can see that in the distance there, the lights.
There's a red light over there.
Yeah.
Mate, there.
The red lights there, that's the radar mast.
Yes,
and yeah, you're not going to see a whole lot of you know, because obviously we're in the pitch black. But we've come down this trail. Now this is a byway, and I've ridden down this on the bike quite a few times, and so has Mark.
Yeah.
And we're going to head along to the coast path, folks, because we don't need to go too far down the coast path, but the coast path is actually, you know, will lead us directly to it.
Yeah.
And we're going to be careful because there are some scarily high steep cliffs with sheer drops, and we don't want to go anywhere near those, do we, mate?
We're going to have Charlie on the lead, are we?
Charlie will be on his lead when we get there, but for the minute it's a bit of a nice safe Charlie runoff area for him, so he can let off a bit of steam and have a good sniff. We've got a bit of a distance to walk yet, but it's not too far, is it, mate?
No, it's not.
No, it's not too far.
No.
So I think the best thing to do is we'll come back, and when we're a bit closer, folks, when we're a bit closer.
Indeed.
Right on. Right, so we've got a bit of rain, and we're coming up to the sea. Just over there is a really steep cliff, folks. Right, dog just jugged me on the lead there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, folks, but it's a big deep drop down there. Yeah, we're not going to have anything to do with that. We're going to steer clear of that one. And
what happened to the gate here?
I don't know, mate, I don't know. Yeah, so now these bus shelter things, they are peculiar, and one of our experts, Jeff, he actually remarked on it. He said it is unlike anything that is anywhere else, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's quite an interesting thing about them. They are probably a unique thing to RAF Portreath. But we'll have a look anyway, and there's a bit more trekking to do yet before we reach them, so back in a mo.
Well, we are getting closer now.
Right, folks, so yeah, we're walking along the trail. We're getting a bit closer to the bus shelters, and turn my light on again. Here you go, you got a bit of a better idea of what we're doing. That's Charlie there on the lead, casting rays of light everywhere.
There's the chimney there, mate.
There's the chimney. Yep, so we're coming up to this the mine. There's a mine here, folks, and it's known as Thai Mine, that's its name. And as Colonel was just saying, it's got a square chimney. Unlike the usual Cornish mines where the chimney is circular or cylindrical, it's actually a square one, folks.
Yeah, you'll notice that the boiler, because there was only one Cornish boiler below it.
Yes.
And so basically the flue is for draft. So the more draft, the more steam you can have.
That's right, yeah.
You know.
I think I reckon we should put one of these bus shelters to good use and maybe make a brew in it, maybe.
Oh, what an excellent idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I was down here probably about a year ago and there was a homeless guy living there.
Oh, really?
But I don't think he's there now.
Oh, right, I hope not.
No.
Come on then. No. But obviously, the only reason we're up here in the dark, folks, is because we've been up here before.
Yeah, we know where we're going.
And well, hopefully we're unlikely to go walking off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, we don't want to
So a bit of local knowledge sometimes helps you to self-preserve.
Self-preservation.
Yes, self-preservation. But for anyone who doesn't know the area, folks, if you want to come up here, then come up here in the daytime. Yeah, it's much better. But we're middle-aged and eccentric. So yeah, that's the reason we're here anyway. Well, it must be. But I think we might be getting a bit of a tinkle again in a minute. I can see a few drops of tinkle material.
Well, we'll have some shelter in a moment.
Yeah.
It should be all good.
Yeah, it should be good.
I've seen all kinds of pictures of this. One of my friend's traction engine was utilised for moving the boiler.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's called Cornish made.
Yes, yeah, I'm with you.
And we're friends with the guys who own that engine.
Oh, right, cool. Yeah, I believe I've seen that engine a few times.
The burgundy colour.
Yes.
Column.
Yeah, the old steam traction engines.
Yeah.
Right, so I've got this big chunky LED work light this evening for the simple reason I figured it would be handy.
Grown up since I was here, lad.
It has, hasn't it? Yeah. Would you care to illuminate the chimney there, mate?
There you go.
Wow, look at that. So as you can see, it's a square, tapered square chimney, folks.
Landmark.
Yeah, it is. It's all that remains of Thai mine, isn't it, mate? Yeah.
There is some bits below.
Yeah, there's some other buildings down there.
I've seen some archive material from Portree,
Oh, right.
and that stack is featured
Wow.
during World War II.
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah. Yeah, so it's yeah, it's a hell of a thing to see, though. It's not very common at all.
Yeah, it's not a square one.
Yeah, to see the
down here.
yeah, to see a square one is very uncommon, really, folks. Oh, and I've done it. Wait, stay there. Wait. It was only a question of time before I dropped it, but I've dropped it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come to the back part in a minute.
Yeah,
Mine entrance.
that's right.
But there's a gate down here as well.
Yeah,
Looks
that's
like an old man working down here
yeah.
with the mine.
Like I said, that's very interesting, mate. Yeah,
It is, yeah.
totally very
I
interesting.
don't feel very confident going underground here
No,
because we know what could be dumped in the shaft.
yes, there's
Chemical weapons.
yeah, that's another story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is another story.
Yeah. So anybody who's ever heard of Nance Cuke
That's where we are.
is well, yeah, it'll forever be associated with Portrees, and obviously,
Yeah.
without going into too much detail, RAF Portree, World War II fighter station, and at the end of the war it lay derelict for quite a good few years, completely out of action, and in the 1950s they decided to build a something called a CDE, which is a chemical defence establishment, and it was working hand in hand with Porton Down, which is up in the Midlands or Wiltshire or somewhere, isn't it?
Yep.
And it was basically a factory that produced, among other things, something called VX, which is nerve gas. No, it's VX.
Which is like CS spray, isn't it?
Well, nerve gas, yeah. It's very nasty, folks. Yeah. And this factory was very controversial, and it was torn down in the late 1960s. And yeah, there was lots of different tales and stories and tribulations about what happened to the site afterwards, but rather conveniently, in 1979, the Royal Air Force decided to reopen RAF Portreath as a radar site. And yeah, just basically has one purpose anyway, which is to keep people out. Yeah. Yeah, I think, and a lot of it is still off limits to this day, innit? A lot of places. Yeah. Yeah. But
Adam, I used to live there at Park City.
Oh right, yeah.
In the 90s, right? Every so often during the week they get explosions from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Very strange, yeah.
So they were getting rid of stuff even back then, though.
Yeah.
So this is RAF Portreath.
Yeah, RAF Portreath in here.
Okay.
This is the perimeter that we're walking around, folks, and
we're in the public domain, right?
this is the main fence. It's not that high, or not as high as it used to be, but yeah, it used to be a lot higher than that. But nonetheless, an MOD establishment. Nope. Yeah, well, I mean that was yeah, that's I did actually read earlier on that the this coast path is actually a fairly new thing.
Oh, right.
Because until the 1950s,
yeah,
it used to actually come along inland and go into the airfield.
Oh, so this was a no-go zone.
Well, no, it was the coast path. This didn't exist. Yeah, that's right.
It's an entrance to the mine there.
Yeah.
So very few blocks, we ain't all in there.
No.
Just tells you the history of the location here. It's mine.
Undoubtedly, that's probably where Benocam or somebody's been down there, isn't he?
Yeah, I believe Ben has, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just going to check that out in a minute.
Right, the place that we're looking at is right there, mate. It's right there, dead ahead of us. So we'll go and have a look at the back castle in a minute, folks. I'll have them doing some research.
Yeah. Right, so hey, new rebar. Yep. So that's kind of yeah. So here we are, folks. I will place this down here a minute.
Look at this.
And
Great video here now.
hopefully that allows you to see. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty deep, folks.
Bit hair raising.
Yeah, it is a bit hairy, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit moment. Right, let's get out of it.
Yeah, let's get out of it. No problem. I'm just going to sort out this a moment. Something on my phone.
Right,
Don't know what that is.
Well, in Cornish circles, as a back castle, folks, basically it allows the bats to get underground and shelter from the elements. Because one thing we can guarantee, isn't it, Adam?
Yes.
It gets pretty wild up here.
It does definitely get quite hairy up here, folks.
Very, very heavy.
But pop that away in a minute. And
Here from the mine.
yeah,
That's it.
that's right. Come on then, Charlie.
I do know that there is some old man's working around there, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
point it out because it's quite
Yes.
difficult to get down to it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what
we.
we're looking at now is dead ahead of us, I believe.
Yes, that's right. To the right. To our left in a moment. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Can't even tell me left from me right at the moment. But there we go.
That red light you can see in the distance, that's the radar.
Yes, that's the radar head, and obviously it's the radar. There's a great big radar dish over there.
I didn't go to your left.
To the left, yes, of course, yes. That's right, isn't it, folks?
Yeah, there you go.
Right. So
go down through that way or go up over the top.
let's go up over the top first. Yeah. And we can actually have a look at these things.
I think the middle one offers more shelter, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right. So here we are, folks. Yes, the bus shelters. I'm relying on Kerno for a bit of lighting this evening because I'm yeah.
You can grab all this torch if you want.
Oh, that's alright. You're doing a great job there lighting that up.
Torch in your pocket.
Yeah, maybe I'll borrow it in a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
And yeah, so
Famous bus shelter, as we call it. Because it does resemble
yeah,
that,
it's basically a large piece of reinforced concrete with a 90-degree join on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
It's obviously reinforced with metal rebar.
And yeah, I mean, obviously known as the bus shelters for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
That's the name we've called it anyway, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think quite a few.
And I know my neighbour who I was with the last time I was up here 4 years ago. I think it's nuts. It's been 4 years since I've been here, folks.
It's a long time.
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah.
But there we go. And in a moment we'll go down into it and stand underneath it and check it out.
The middle one there, which is
yes.
got that extra bit to it.
That's the Y-shaped shelter.
Yeah.
Look, yeah. So we'll walk along slowly. There's two of these bus shelters, folks, and there's also this very peculiar Y-shaped shelter.
Yeah, that looks like an ideal place for.
Yes, doesn't it just?
Yeah.
I think that's what we'll do as well. It's looking rather dry in there. I think the
yeah.
last time I went in there, it was actually a bog, like a muddy bog.
That's not good, is it?
No, but
a lot of material's been dug out of here.
Yeah.
If you look along the edge here.
But if we stand in front of it and maybe hold the camera up a little bit, you can see its unique unique shape. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a Y-shaped, but is it Y-shaped?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit of a weird thing that, but you can see we've got some World War II bricks there, and
we've got some detritus outside there.
Yeah, there's a bit of detritus there, which is always a disadvantage, isn't it? Really.
It is, yeah, but at least the main.
Yeah.
Clear,
but
which is good.
I think what we'll do, we'll walk along and we'll have a look at the second bus shelter over here, folks. I'll straighten the camera again for you, and
We're on the cliff edge, right?
yeah, we're right on the edge of the cliff here. So that way is Oblivion, folks. Yeah, there's about 400 feet of cliff there, probably at its highest point, I'd imagine, which is a hell of a drop. So Charlie is well and truly on his lead, and I'm just gonna hold things with my other hand a minute, and there we go. There we have the other bus shelter. Yeah. And I think what might be best to do is if we go down that bank there.
I agree.
And get ourselves down there. Rather carefully.
Charlie goes.
Right, go on, mate. Down you go. Right. I think what I'm tempted to do actually is that.
Oh, yeah.
Use the bus shelter as a handy hold. Hey, that works well. Right, so we're inside the bus shelter, or I'm going to stop calling it that because it's not a bus shelter, is it? Basically, it's this. But that is, if you look at the thickness of that wall there, that is substantial.
Yeah,
that is very thick,
blast, wouldn't it?
And I think it's definitely. I think it was definitely conceived as some kind of shelter.
Yeah.
And we're told that these are unique as well. There's nothing else like this anywhere else in England on any of the bases, you know.
Yeah.
So it's It's had some graffiti, but that graffiti's pretty old, I think.
Yeah, it's not really.
Yeah, no, I think that was done at least 25, 30 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, it is actually dry under there. Look at that. There's no damp coming through. There's no damp coming through the concrete there or anything, folks. Yeah, nice and dry. And Charlie's there. Come on, mate. Let's come back this way. Right, so what we'll do now, we'll make our way inside carefully. It's a bit soft underground here. Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah. No, I've no idea what's something there. I don't know what that is.
I think that was inside when I came here last.
Oh, it looks like a bit of old sleeping bag.
Yeah.
But hopefully there's nobody in here anyway. I think we're safe, mate.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this.
Really brilliant.
Right, so now before we leave, we'll go into the other bus shelter. Charlie, come here, mate. Come here. Wait. Come here, mate. Come here. Come in here. Come in here. Right, so
black friend up there, mate, right above you. See him there, look? Right above my camera.
oh yeah, he's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
And I'm just spinning around because I'm tangled up well with the dog. But yeah, there we go. Traditional feature with all of our finds. But yeah. So I think shall we get the kettle on, mate?
I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Right, back in a bit, folks.
Back in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
All the constructions we've seen.
Yeah, that's right.
Bricks.
Yeah, so we're
Sorry, carry on.
Oh, no, I was going to say, yeah, we're inside the Y-shaped shelter, and we're just having it's a very peculiar shelter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've got two entrances, there and there, and no one's going to see much of that. Hold on a moment.
Mostly.
Yeah, so we've got two entrances, and you're probably not going to see much at all, but yeah, we've got the lamp there. That's Kerning's stove brewing, so it's good news. We're going to have a cup of coffee in a minute. And yeah, well, I was just looking at the brickwork, and it's mostly unmessed with, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
Have you
some.
noticed this here, mate? Look, this block here.
Yes,
Concrete.
that's got to be the connecting point, isn't it? Where it's like bound with the rebar of some sort. But yeah.
If only these bricks could tell. Now, one thing that might be something of interest is there any wartime graffiti?
Yeah, well, actually, one thing I thought about, which I haven't actually checked, which I'm going to have a look at, folks, and that is to see. Yeah, awesome. I'm going to have a look on this in a minute.
Right, we're nearly there, sir.
Right, so I'm waiting for the if it will load. I don't know if it will because the phone signal up here is dodgy at best.
Yeah. Right, we're ready for the brew.
Yep, it is trying, I believe. Whether it will actually try or not, I don't know. No, it's not going to do it. We'll have to wait till we're back within range. And there we go. A beautiful hot drink. Thank you, mate. That's lovely.
No worries.
That's great.
We'll give it a stir, man.
Yeah, excellent.
There you go.
Yeah.
Something good about having a hot brew at locations.
Absolutely.
Just
Excuse
awesome.
me, I'm just bending over a moment. And just, yeah. And there it is in the TWEX mug as well. How good is that? Yeah, so if anybody watching this actually knows anything more about these, what we call the bus shelters, or these shelters. Now, I honestly do believe, and I've always thought this, bearing in mind I first came here about 4 years ago, and I got to be honest with you folks, the camera I filmed it with was pretty crap, to be honest. And it was done in the daytime, but it wasn't brilliant images. And you know, I really do believe that this is definitely some form of defensive position.
Yeah.
To defend the airfield, because To our rear, or behind us, behind that wall and up over the bank, is RAF Portreath. And I think this may have been the site of an anti-aircraft gun.
I thought that for
yeah,
a while,
of some,
fair.
because you won't see it very well. We'll go out there in a moment, and we've got an amazing view out to sea, folks, on the cliffs. And you know, if there were any strafing raids or anything at low altitude on the airfield, which there was a few times, I believe, then it's highly likely that a gun here would have been a great piece of defence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe a Bofors, or maybe smaller than that, or maybe anti-aircraft machine gun, or it's hard to tell, isn't it? And
it is, because there has been a lot of erosion on that side, which I don't really want to go too far that way.
No,
really.
and unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever really know, because this is really unknown. This history, you know.
The archive video that I was saying about.
Yeah.
It shows something here, but it doesn't really show what it is.
Charlie, come here.
It just doesn't show what it is.
Yeah. No, it doesn't, you know.
And I don't think there's going to be any other archive material to show what it is. So we've got to make our own.
We've got to, Could I borrow that O-light a minute?
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, because I was just going to go out there and show, give the folks a bit. Oh,
it's
nice
a
one.
wheel. It's a wheel.
Oh, yeah.
We'll follow.
Right.
We'll follow.
Yeah. So I've got the torch in one hand, the Charlie in the other. And look at that. There's a really easy way up there, folks. But we'll bear that just there. Look, there's a really easy way up.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're just going to walk over towards this one a bit, and
it's clearly been dug out like this, isn't it?
yes, this trench. I think this trench has always been here, and obviously these things have been put here. It is quite possible. It might just be they could just be shelters for snipers or you know, or soldiers just patrolling the cliff top here. I've absolutely no idea, but it is pretty impressive. If we can get Charlie, come here, mate. Come here this way. We can get Charlie to go back up here a minute, and just beyond over there, folks. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going close to it. But you can see that there. If I can make that brighter.
Just turn the wheel.
Yeah, that's about as bright as it is. There you go. There's the Y-shaped shelter, and behind us there is the bus shelter. And I'm using the GoPro 9 camera this evening, so hopefully it will give you a much better image quality of what we're looking at, folks. But they really are peculiar things, these.
Yeah.
And absolutely no idea of what their real purpose was, but only what we think, folks. Yeah, but some interesting.
From what I'm thinking, Adam, it seems to me that it's protecting from over here somewhere. If there's a blast coming that way, because there's no protection on this side.
No, quite possible.
You know.
But you can see just above there, that's the perimeter fence for RAF Portreath. Sorry, and it goes all the way along, and so you can just about see in the distance down there the other bus shelter and these as well, and yeah, it's pretty they're pretty impressive, folks. So it's not much wind tonight. It's actually not a bad evening, really. And I think what we'll do, and Charlie's all tangled up here, haven't you, mate? What's happened here? Wait. Sorry, I'm just sorting out Charlie a minute because he's all in the knot. But yeah, it's pretty good on the whole. But you can see this ditch here. Filming with a dog, folks, really is quite difficult. And yeah, you can see this ditch coming all the way along here, and it follows the line and it leads towards the temporary T-shelter there, or the Y-shaped shelter. But maybe have a better look at this from a sort of like outside, and then we can give people a better understanding of the shape of it. So you can see it's a very peculiar shape, folks. It's got an entrance there and an entrance on the other side, and I think actually it's very strange because I would go as far as to say it's actually shaped like an arrow.
Well, it's pointing out that way, isn't
It's,
it?
yeah.
The ocean, so.
But we've got this wall here with no apertures or anything in it. We've got the second entrance here, and we've got some stick people painted on there. No idea what that's for, but and then we got the other bus shelter just down there. Look, you know, I should stop calling it a bus shelter, but this other shelter just down there, folks.
I do believe there is a
Yeah.
shelter near here, but it's in the active.
It would
part.
be very difficult to find it,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, it
without
would be.
without going in there.
I think what I might do
Yeah.
is just walk down this way just slightly.
All right, just while the coffee's cool a bit.
Yeah, 'cause,
We're gonna go down here.
I'm just briefly, yeah.
Yeah, no worries, we'll go with you. Right, so we're just walking along a bit further, and we left the coffees and the bag in the shelter there, and as you can see, the second one there, 1, 2, 3, you've got
So the reason why I think there's a stone shelter here.
yeah,
Look at this, Adam. Look at this. This is being dug out here. Look.
yes, there, the
See that?
the
No, just
the
other
bund,
side of
yeah.
the fence, I do believe there's a Stenton shelter there.
Oh,
I
right,
can't prove it.
very interesting.
Can't prove it.
Yeah, very interesting. And maybe you can go over there and have a look over the fence.
I think if we can get a bit closer.
Yeah. Come on, Charlie, this way. Come on, mate. Come on, it's all right. It's all good. No. Go on then, go back. Go back, come on. Come on, go back. Go back. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And there we go, folks. That is the edge of the cliff. So we're not going any closer to that. Come on, this way. Come on, this way. Yep, it's very peculiar. It'd be interesting to see what Kerno finds. No. Yeah, probably a good idea to give it a miss. Yeah. Good boy. You alright, Charles? You alright? Yeah, so Kerno's coming back there, and it's walking on all this stuff. Innit, Charlie? And come here, I'm just going to check your feet a minute, mate, just to make sure you haven't got any. Wait. I'm just checking his feet for any signs of prickles. I don't think he's got any prickles. Wait, no, we're all good. We're prickle free, aren't we, Charles? Yeah.
With this theory that I've got, it's just a theory. There's no proof in it.
Yes.
You know, can't prove it.
No. Right, so we're going to go back and drink our coffee, folks, and back in a mo.